Hello. So we're going to give this a try. I know it's not the ideal recording, but an ability to do a little bit of a yoga practice at home. So we'll start in a child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale it out. And then settle into your Ujjayi breath. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Notice your breath as it passes through the throat and into the chest. Let it fill up the lungs and then send it deep into the belly. Full belly expansion, a slight pause before you allow that air to exhale out, tracing it back through the lungs, feeling it in the throat, and allowing it to release through the nose. Let your forehead sink in. Fingertips melt into the mat. Forearms release any tension. Shoulders soften. Hips and tailbones sink back a little bit deeper. And then just rest in this space. Allow yourself to come into this place, into this moment right now. Just simply listening to your inhale and your exhale. Walking your hands over to the right, forehead can come over as well. Let the left hip sink back a little bit deeper as the left arm reaches forward. Side body stretch here. Taking a deep breath in. And then exhale out. Inhale. And exhale. Hands walk back to center for a cycle of breath here. And then walking them over to the left. Right hand reaches forward a little bit further as the right hip drops back. Expanding the rib cage on the right side of the body. And walking the hands and forehead back to center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. On your inhale, rise up to a tabletop position, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. And on an inhale, lift chin, chest, tailbone to the sky for cow pose. Exhale, round the back, coming into cat. Deep breath in, a little bit deeper this time. Exhale, rounding to come into cat. Push the earth away, round the back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Coming to a neutral spine. Send the right leg long behind you, toes on the earth, a little bit of rocking back and forth to warm up the sole of the foot and the calf muscle. Shoulders come back over the wrists. Lift that leg to hip height, keeping the toes pointed down. Left arm reaches forward. Take a deep belly breath in, elongate the spine. Exhale, cactus the arm and leg. Knee bends off to the side. Inhale, stretch it out long. Exhale, cactus arm and leg. Inhale. Exhale. That was the last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the back knee, floor dancer as you reach back for the foot. Push the foot into the hand. Gaze can go over the left shoulder. Feel that stretch along the right quadricep. Push the earth away. Come out of that left hip flexor. On an exhale, release, elongate, and set it down. Inhale for a cow pose. Exhale, round for cat. Return to a neutral spine. Send the left leg long behind you, toes on the earth. Little rocking here, warming up this leg, this side. Coming back to neutral, drawing the belly in. Lift that left leg. Hip height, toes point down, right arm reaches forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, cactus arm and leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, setting it down. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees 1-2 inches off of the earth. Push into the hands. Feel the knuckles, fingertips pushing the earth away. Spread the skin along the shoulder blades. Send the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here as you come into this first dog. On an inhale, lift the heels toward the sky. And exhale, lower them toward earth. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, wave it forward to a high plank. Exhale, send it back, down dog. Inhale to wave forward. Hold it here, draw the belly in, firm legs, push the earth away. Take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. Draw the right knee forward and step it back. Left knee comes forward. Step it back. Stay in the plank. Don't lift the butt. Right knee forward. Step it back. Left knee. Step it back. Down dog. Few cycles of breath here. Lifting the belly. Pushing into the hands, chest toward thighs. And on an exhale, step it to the top of the mat. Taking a ragdoll here. Hinging forward, bend the knees deeply, plant the hands on the earth. And then if you'd like to make a picture frame of the face, swaying a little bit side to side, and releasing any tension, letting go of stress, focusing back in on your breath. Releasing hands to the earth, toe, heel, feet together. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, rising up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Really reach to the sky, soften the shoulders, take a deep breath in, and without moving the hips, on an exhale, twist on over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, high twist left. Hips stay centered. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Closing the eyes for Samasthiti. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. We'll take a cycle of breath and gratitude for someone or something in your day today. And a cycle of breath and forgiveness of yourself or of another. And a cycle of breath to set an intention for today's practice. I am, and fill in that blank. I am strong. I am courageous. I am at peace. Whatever you need today. And we'll begin with 4 sun A's. Inhale, reach to the sky, Tadasana. Exhale, hinging forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Pause here. Feel the shoulder blades reach to outer edges. Skin is drawn tight along the back of the shoulders. Shift the weight forward, face forward. Lower halfway, just to the height of the elbows. Inhale through, upward facing dog. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And out. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. On the inhale, come to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, rising mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back, Chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, rising mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, long back. Exhale, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. If you'd like to jump to the top of the mat, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Lift the hips high, jump forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, rising tall mountain pose. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, arms lift high, bend the knees, chair pose. Shift weight into the heels here, slight rounding of the lower back as the hips sink back a little bit further and the shoulders soften. Avoid the ankles collapsing in. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. On the exhale, step the left foot back. Knee comes to the earth. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, goal post the arms. Slight back bend here. Elbows push forward. Palms up to the sky. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twisting to the right. Right hand can release to the back heel for a side stretch. Return to the twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Lift the back knee, step it back, high plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Turn the toes, cobra pose. Push the elbows back on an inhale, lift chin and chest. Firm legs, knees are lifted. Feet are rooted into the earth. Lowering it down. Push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Root into the left hand, reach the right arm high. Find this twist. Back leg is firm, hamstring is lifting to sky. Hand releases to the earth. Step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, reach to the sky, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, hands to your sides. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, lift the arms. Let the weight be evenly distributed between your feet. A little bit more weight in the heels without allowing those ankles to collapse in. Draw the belly in. Sink a little bit lower. And on the exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back. Lower to the knee. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, goal post the arms. Push the elbows forward, gaze goes up. Inhale, arms reach tall. Exhale, high twist to the left. Sending the gaze back. Using a chair if you need to for balance. Release that left hand to the heel. Full stretch of the side body here. Come back to the twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Push down into the left heel, lift the back knee, step it back, high plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. We'll take another cobra pose here, flip the toes, inhale, lift chin and chest. Pelvic floor is lifting here. Long spine. Feel the tailbone reaching back toward the feet. Lowering it down. Push it back. Down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Root into the right hand, reach the left hand high. Long spine here. Release tension from the jaw and the neck. Back heel is lifted. Hand returns to the earth. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and hinge. Inhale, reach to the sky, mountain pose. Exhale, hands come to your sides. Inhale, chair pose. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, find length, round the lower back. Exhale, twist to your right, releasing that elbow outside of the right hip or thigh. Palms are together. Sink the hips back and lift the heart. You might check in with your shins, your ankles, making sure knees are in line with one another. And then maybe sinking a little bit lower. Inhale, return to chair pose. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, hip height. Pinky toe points down, push into the hands, find some length. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, warrior two. Push down into your right heel. Feel the quadricep engage here. And then push back into the left heel, side of the foot there. Soften the shoulders and breathe. One more deep breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm to thigh, left fingertips reach overhead, bicep is coming toward the ear, gaze up, open the heart up to the sky. And then notice if you shifted your weight into the balls of your feet and bring it back evenly into the heel as well as into the ball of the foot. On an inhale, reach the right arm forward. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Gaze goes up. I know it's hard to see because you don't get to see my head here. And exhale into goddess. Bend the knees, shift weight into the pinky toe side of the foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right elbow to knee. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand to the inside of the ankle. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left ankle. Inhale, center. Exhale, outside of right ankle. Inhale, center. Exhale, outside of left ankle. Inhale, center. Sink a little bit lower. 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back. Left leg is in front. Center yourself right over the hips. And then reach forward with the rib cage, side angle pose. Left hand hovers inside that front ankle. Right arm reaches tall. Really stretch out the armpit. Flip the palm. And bring the hand behind the back. Half bind. Working it towards your left hip crease. Stay with the half bind. See if you can create some length in the body. Really push into your right foot here. Gaze comes down to the left foot. Toe heel the back foot in. Reach for your block about a foot in front of you. And step into half moon. Lifting the right leg to hip height. Right arm reaches to the sky. Flex the right foot. Turn the big toes toward the ceiling. And breathe. Send your breath right through your back heel and out the crown of your head. Top hand comes to the earth, standing splits. You can set that block off to the left side of your mat. Let that right hip drop a little bit here. As the crown of the head comes toward the earth, you're squaring off the hips. Feel a stretch in the low back. Lift your gaze. Come to the fingertips. Squeeze the glutes. Push the hamstring back. And lift the arms to come into airplane pose. This can be challenging when you're on carpet especially. So if you touch down, that's all right. Just come back to it. Bend the front knee. And slowly step the right foot back, warrior 1. Arms reach to the sky. Maybe you're toe heeling your feet to a little wider stance like I am to allow some more space for your hips. Interlace fingers behind the back, push the knuckles down, gaze goes up. Feel an opening in the collarbones here. Sink into the legs, surrender in. And then begin your descent. Reach the crown of the head forward. Find some length in the spine first. Push through the back heel and then release, humble warrior. Left shoulder inside the front leg. But try not to allow that left hip to jut out to the side. Draw it back in. Slowly rise back up. Warrior one. Straighten the front leg. Maybe step the back foot in. Left hand comes to the hip. Right arm reaches tall. Find length in the side body. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. And hinge forward. Flat back. Once you're there, right hand releases to the block outside the left pinky toe. Turn the right shoulder and left shoulder to the side and reach that left arm up. So imagine that you're pushing your left hand into a wall and see if that allows you to twist a little bit deeper. Let go of tension in the jaw and the neck. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Inhale and exhale, releasing that hand to the earth. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Hands come to heart center. Tree pose here, root into the right foot, lifting the left knee in front of you. Hold it there for a moment. Send that knee off to the side. Sole of the foot comes to the standing leg. Interlace the fingers, push the knuckles down, and then bring it back to heart center. Push forward. And we'll eventually make our way up to the sky, using our breath to bring the hands in and push out. Pausing at the top. Maybe the gaze goes up as well. Hands return to heart center. Thumbs press into the breastbone. Release the foot to the earth. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, stack the hips here. You're releasing that right heel towards left shoulder. Stay or come down onto your left forearm, bending that right elbow out to the side a little bit. Left heel can release a bit deeper. Come to tall arms, straighten that right leg. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge. Back heel is lifted, airplane the arms, lengthen out the spine, crown of the head reaches forward, squeezing shoulder blades together, rise up, crescent lunge. Push down into your right heel. Soften the shoulders, palms face one another. Deep breath in, reach taller with the torso. Exhale, high twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, gaze can follow, but lift the back heel a little bit higher. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale, fist of fire. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, fists of fire. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, fists of fire, working those glutes. Inhale, crescent. On this exhale, open up, warrior two. Slight turning in of the back foot can help to release that hip. We'll straighten the front leg. Right arm reaches to the sky, left arm down the back leg. Find some length. Turn your torso so that it really faces center. Shift the hips back. Reach forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right hand comes to the shin or ankle. Left fingertips reach to the sky. Gaze can go up. It's a good way to check in that your hand is coming straight out of the shoulder. Feel the feet rooted into the earth without gripping the toes. And rise up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes for Prasarita. Arms can stay outstretched, palms face up, gaze up. Exhale to hinge forward. Coming to tall arms first. Walk the hands over to the right just a little bit. Bend the right knee straight forward. Stretch out the inner left thigh here. Nice long spine. Send the hips back. Straighten the right leg. Walk the hands back to center. And then walking the hands just slightly over to the left. Bend the left knee straight forward. Root down into that right foot. Return to center. Fully hinge forward into your Prasarita. Walk your hands through to the opposite side of the mat and shift weight into the balls of the feet. Rise up to tall arms. Walk the hands to the front of the mat, turning the feet. Step the right foot forward and come into a yogi squat. Feet to the outer edges of the mat. Sinking hips down, hands come to heart center. Close the eyes. And come back to that intention that you set at the beginning. I am. Stay right here. Perhaps try a little bit of a crow pose. Look at your hands in front of you. Triceps are pushing into the knees. Lift your butt, round your back, and fall into those hands. Round the back even more, pushing the triceps into the knees. Lift one foot and then perhaps the other. Gaze is in front of the hands. Slowly return to that yogi squat. And come on to your backs for some core work. We'll do dead bug crunches, my favorite. And I haven't done them this week yet. Bend the right knee 90 degrees. Bring that block to the thigh. Right elbow to the opposite side of the block. Flex both feet. Left arm reaches overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hand to foot. Inhale it back down. Push the lower back in. Exhale and lift. That was 2. We'll make our way to 10 on this side. 3. And 4. 5. Keep pushing that elbow into the block. 6. 7. 8. You've got this. 9. And 10. Lower it down. Take a full body stretch. Arch the back. And set up the other side. Left knee bends, 90-degree bend. Flex the foot to elbow to block. Right arm reaches overhead. Full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and lift. Inhale it down. Exhale, lift. Hips lift, shoulders lift. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pushing into that block. 8. 9. And 10. Release it down. Feet come into the sit bones. Arms long at your sides. We'll take a few squirms here. Push lower back down, sucking that lower abdominal muscle in. Lift the shoulders, tuck the upper abdominal muscle. Right hand reaches for the inside of the right ankle, and then the left hand reaches, and we'll just keep alternating side to side. Push that lower back and bum into the earth. We're here for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and release. Draw the knees into the chest. Arms go out to a T, left foot to the earth, right ankle crosses over that left thigh. Allow the knees and the right foot to release down to the left side, gaze over to the right. Imagine you have eyes in the back of your head, and those are gazing back. Come back to center. Change sides, right foot releases, left leg crosses over, foot is flexed. Push the knee forward, and then twist on over to the right. Back of the eyes turn to the right as well. Come back to center. Give yourself a squeeze. Hands come under the thighs. Rock and roll a few times, at least 3. And make your way to standing. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Really reach high and sink into a chair. Hands come to heart center. Inhale for length. Exhale, twisting to your left. Right elbow releases. Left elbow straight up to the sky. Sink the hips back, turn the heart high. Notice if your weight is shifting. See if you can center it between the feet. Inhale to return to chair pose. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, stepping it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, hip height. Push through both heels. Exhale to step it forward. Spin the back foot flat. Rise up, warrior 2. Surrender into the lower body here. Center yourself over the hips. Feel the muscles squeezing into the bones here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. More weight in that left heel, and then push through the outer edge of the right foot. Left arm reaches forward. Try not to turn the chest toward earth. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Toes point out, gaze goes up. Exhale into goddess. On this side, we'll lift that right heel and lower the heel, lift the left heel. Lowering that down. Lift both heels, but allow the pelvic floor to sink. Heels lower, pelvic floor lowers. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2. Right leg in front. Centering yourself here. Allow that front knee to track a little bit more toward the pinky toe. Left foot can be turned in a little bit. Rib cage reaches forward, release into side angle pose. Right hand might hover. It might come to a block. Left arm stretches tall. Stretch out the armpit, flip the palm, and then bring it behind the back. That helps to rotate the shoulder. We'll work towards that right hip crease. And breathe. Gaze can be up. It can be forward. Neck is long. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Send your gaze to the right foot. Toe heel the back foot in a little bit so you can reach in front of you, about a foot in front of you. See if you can use the strength of pushing down into the left foot to lift into half moon pose. Left arm reaches to the sky. Draw that right leg towards your median line. See if you can bring that left heel to hip height. Notice if you're suddenly holding your breath. And train yourself to breathe deeper. Top hand comes to the earth, standing splits, setting that block off to the right side of the mat. Releasing crown of the head, dialing down the left hip a little bit. It'll look more like a standing L. Lifting to the fingertips. Really squeeze the glutes, push the hamstring back, and lift into airplane pose. Making little adjustments as you get there, squeezing shoulder blades together. Thumbs might rotate up. Bend the front knee. Slowly step it back. Warrior 1, nice wide stance here. Fingers interlaced behind the back. Gaze goes up. Stretch out the collarbones. Draw the belly in. Exhale, begin to hinge forward, but reach the crown of the head forward. Draw the right hip back. And then release, humble warrior. Bowing to your inner strength here. Drawing in that right hip a little bit. Nice strong glutes. Send your breath into that left heel here. And rise up, warrior 1. Front leg straightens, back foot might step in a little bit. Make sure your stance is wide though, from left to the right side of the mat. Right hand comes to the hip. Left arm reaches tall. Draw the belly in. Draw the right hip back. Hinge forward, just halfway. Nice flat back here. Release that left hand to the block outside of the right pinky toe. You can have the block at the high height. Turn the heart. Reach the right hand to the sky. Again, think about a wall in front of you and pressing into that imaginary wall with the right hand. Hand releases to the earth. Step the left foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, reach to the sky, mountain pose. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Tree pose, root down into that left foot, but keep a little micro bend to that leg. Don't lock out the knee. Lift the right knee. Send it off to the side. Sole of the foot comes to the standing leg. So you're pushing the standing leg into the sole of the foot. That will allow that left hip to keep drawn in. Interlace fingers, push them down toward earth. Bring them back to the heart. Exhale, push forward. Inhale. Exhale, straight in front of you, and we'll make our way up to the sky. Gaze can go up. Hands to heart center. Release foot to earth. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, stack hips. Release that left heel toward the right shoulder, but keep the shoulders squared to the earth. Maybe come down to the right forearm. That's an option. Deepens the stretch if you need to deepen the stretch. Some days you might, some days you might not. Straighten the arm, straighten the leg. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge here. Long spine, airplane the arms behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge. Surrendering lower body. Nice strong back leg here. Hamstring lifts to the sky. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, high twist to the left. Here we lift the back heel a little bit higher. Push down into the left heel and draw that left hip in. Inhale, return to crescent. Exhale, fist of fire. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, fist of fire. Inhale. Exhale, fist of fire. Last one. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Center yourself. And then straighten that front leg. Left arm reaches to the sky. Right arm down the back leg. Feel the stretch in the left rib cage. Reach forward as the hips shift back. And release into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Toes are light here. Feet are rooted down. Roll roots into the earth with the feet. Try not to lock out the knees. And slowly rise back up. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes. Another prasarita here. Hands can come to the hips. Squeeze elbows together behind you. Gaze goes up. Exhale to hinge forward. We'll take a little bit of a twist here. Walk the hands over to the left foot. Left hand roots inside of the left foot. Right hand reaches for the outside of the left foot. Release the crown of your head. And use a little leverage of the hand really pushing in or pulling on that foot and sending the right shoulder toward your right foot. We'll walk our hands to the opposite side. Right hand roots in, left hand reaches for the foot. And as you pull into the foot, the left shoulder reaches for the left foot. Let go of the head. And actually your left arm kind of creates a nice little cradle for the head. Release that. Come to tall arms. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. And step the right foot back. High plank. Come down onto the forearms for a forearm plank here. Feet can be hip distance apart. Draw the belly in. Firm the legs. And then feel the shoulders reach to the outside. Shoulder blades have the skin stretched tight across them. Long neck. Here for 5 cycles of breath. Two more cycles. Hips lower to the earth, Sphinx pose, turn the toes, maybe walk the elbows forward just a little bit. If you like to come to tall arms, you can press into the hands and lift, maybe walk the hands back even more, but soften the shoulders. Let the shoulders fall toward the earth. And for many people, this is too deep for the lower back. And so we stay right here in Sphinx with elbows down. Slowly lower it down to the earth. Send your arms long at your sides. Flex your feet, toes to the outer edge of the mat, heels to the inside. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Push the knuckles toward the heels. Lift chin and chest. Lift the legs, keeping the feet flexed. Lengthen out the front side body on an inhale. And exhale to lower it down. Push it back. Rabbit's pose. Very similar to a child's pose. Knees aren't quite as wide, but leave a little space between them for your head. Hands reach back to cup the heels. Forehead to the earth if you can reach there. And rise up, downward facing dog. We'll take a traditional half pigeon for our hips today. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, draw the knee to the right wrist, foot to the left wrist. Left leg long behind you. Know that you can bring a block underneath that right hip or butt if you would like that there. Send your gaze over your right shoulder. Say hello to that back foot to draw the hips into alignment. And then bring the gaze back forward and hinge into your half pigeon. Forehead can come to a block, to stacked hands, or to the earth. Notice any tension that you have in the shoulders. See if you can soften. Focus on your breath to release the tightness that we tend to hold in our hips. Rising up to tall arms here. Push into the earth, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and then lift right knee into the chest and step it back, down dog. Pedal out your feet here, bending one knee at a time, releasing hips a bit side to side. Come back to center. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, draw that knee and foot forward. Right leg goes long behind you. You should feel the top of the thigh on the earth. Gaze over the left shoulder. Bring the gaze back forward and hinge. So each side is different. On one side, you might need a block underneath the hip. On the other side, you might not. Your front foot is your gas pedal. The closer it is to the front edge of the mat, the deeper the stretch will feel. The closer that left heel is to your body, you'll feel a lighter stretch. And every day is different. So listen to what your body needs today. Try not to compare it to what you needed yesterday or to get too excited about what might come tomorrow. Stay with this moment and this breath. Rising to tall arms here. Push into the hands to lift the back leg as you tuck those toes under. Lift the left knee into the chest. Send it back, down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Walk to the top of the mat. Come to seated. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees open wide. You can tuck the elbows in rather than bringing them to the knees. We'll just tuck them in here. Shift the weight a little bit more into the sit bones. Tall spine, lengthening out the chest. Gaze can be over the nose or close the eyes. And release the right ear toward right shoulder. Feel a stretch along the left neck. And then begin to tilt the chin toward the left collarbone. Breathe deeply. Ear comes back to shoulder, head to center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Tilt the chin toward the right collarbone. Ear comes back to shoulder and head to center. Bring the left hand to the toes. Send the right hand behind the back so that you're turning your chest to face the right knee. Take a deep breath in, elongate the spine. Exhale, lead with the heart and chest to hinge forward. Your forehead might come all the way to the knees, but we're not going to round the back to get there. We're just reaching the crown of the head forward. Feeling a stretch deep inside the lower back muscles. Inhale, rise, and come back to center. Right hand to the toes. Left hand reaches behind you so that you're square over that left knee. Root down to lift the spine long. Exhale to hinge forward. Slowly rise back up. Coming to center. Come on to your back. Grab your block. And we'll take an inversion here. Feet come up to the sky. Lift the hips and bring the block at that medium height. So rather than the low height, bring the block at the medium height, right underneath the hips. Arms are long at your sides, palms face up. Release any tension in the jaw and the neck. And then point the toes to the sky and flex the feet. Point and flex. One more time. Point, stretch out the top of the feet and flex. Release the feet, just let them hang there. And lower the left leg to the earth. Heel all the way down to the earth. Feel a stretch in that left hip flexor. Lift the leg back up to the sky. And the right leg releases down. Heel to earth. Right leg lifts back to the sky. Stay here for a few cycles of breath. Allow this inversion to calm the central nervous system. A great opportunity to release any remaining tension, to focus back in on your breath. To allow the inhale to draw in calm and peace. And the exhale to release any worries and fears. Bend the knees to come into a plow pose, bringing the toes overhead, lifting the hips. Opening the legs a bit here so that you can actually breathe. You're creating a little moon roof for your face. Set the block off to the side. And then begin to roll back down into a happy baby. Bend the knees toward the armpits. Reach for the soles of the feet. Allow the knees to sink a little bit closer toward the earth as the low back roots in. Push feet up into the hands. Hands pull down onto the feet. Rock and roll a bit side to side. I am a big fan of straightening one leg and rolling all the way down so toe touches the earth. And then coming back to center and doing the same thing on the other side. But this is up to you. Every happy baby pose should look different. As long as you're breathing. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Arms release to the sides, maybe a big T with the arms. Set the left foot down. We'll take a twisted root here. Right knee crosses over that left thigh. Lift the knees. Send the hips off to the right and the knees release to the left. Gaze over the right side. Come back to center. Uncross, right foot to the earth. Lift the hips to center yourself. Lower them back down. Left leg crosses over the right. As you lift the knees into the chest, send the hips off to the left just a little bit, and then release the knees over to the right. Gaze to the left. Come back to center. Give yourself the tightest squeeze. Reach for the soles of the feet. Forehead lifts to the knees. Round the back. Tuck the elbows in. And release into Shavasana. Final resting pose. A slight V of the legs and of the arms will allow the body to release. Feel the heels sink into the earth. Allow the calf muscles to release. The muscles that hug the kneecaps let go. The right thigh releases and then the left. Until the entire lower body, the part of you that roots you to this world, that moves you from place to place, is completely light and loose and relaxed. Send your breath into the pelvic floor, your center of creation, and allow the right hip to release and then the left hip. Let the breath fill the belly, your center of intuition, and feel the lower back and belly release. The breath softens as it moves up into the chest, coming back to your natural breath. Feel the vertebrae along the spine releasing. The mid-back softens and then the upper back. The chest releases, your center of love and joy lets go. Feel the right shoulder release and then the left shoulder. The right arm becomes heavy and the left arm. Release the tension that might be in the fingers and the thumbs. Soften the neck, the place that gives you a voice in this world. Let it release. The jaw softens. Send breath into the sinus passages and allow the eyes to release, and the ears to soften. Send the breath right through the crown of the head. And remind yourself of your intention. I am. But now release that and just breathe into the words, I am. Knowing that that is enough. You are enough, just as you are. Find a little bit of movement. Head moves from side to side. Move the fingers and the toes. Arms stretch overhead. Full body stretch. Point the toes. Arch the back. And on an exhale, slight bend to the knees as you roll to your right side. On an inhale, make your way to Sukhasana, cross-legged seated position. Start with the hands, palms face down on the knees. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, thumbs to third eye center. May I think loving and kind thoughts. Thumbs to the lips. May I speak words of loving kindness. Thumbs to heart center. May I act in ways that spread love and peace and joy. Bowing it forward. Namaste.